Hi, this is the Rusted Willow, and my name is Tammie. If you like DIYs, hauls, flips, and everything farmhouse, you are in the right place. If you are returning, thank you so much for your support. If you are new here, welcome, and I hope you will consider hitting that subscribe button and stick around. Now let's get into these DIY. DIY number one. This first DIY is going to be super simple, and it is inspired by Julie from Julie's Designs and Signs. I have a whole bunch of these pitchforks, and they're all painted purple. My brother-in-law brought them to me years ago, so they have literally been out in my yard by my craft room door waiting for me to just do something with them. I loved the rust look on them, but somebody had painted them purple, and I'm not a fan of purple, so I took them outside. I tried to strip the purple paint off, but that didn't work. So then I just went over it with flat black, and I didn't go over the whole thing really well. It's not solid because there is rust. I just went over it enough to cover the purple. And after I got it spray painted, I let it dry really good, and we brought it inside to embellish it. So this greenery, guys, oh my goodness, wait till you hear the story behind this greenery. It is fantastic greenery. It is, oh my gosh, the colors are awesome, perfect for fall, not too green, not too red. I mean, it's got yellow and red, and it's so pretty, this greenery. And you'll have to watch my next haul video to learn more about where I got it and how we came across it and what we paid for it. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna flip. So anyway, I am just getting together some greenery. I want this to be like a fall kind of bouquet. So I am just getting together some flowers that I've had in my stash for a really long time. They're very whimsical, and they kind of look like cat's tails, but they're different colors. Brown and like a reddish brown, a rust color, purple. I mean, they're just all different colors. So I just got a bunch of these flowers together and a little bit of lavender. And I'm just kind of bunching them together to see how I like them. And then I figured, okay, that's good enough. So now I'm just wrapping them together with twine. I tie a knot and I leave the tail. And you see how I pulled that tail back? I zoomed in so you guys could see that. So I pulled that tail back, and now I'm just cutting the ends, making them all even. I continue to wrap that twine, and now I'm going to tie it in a knot. And then I'm trying to decide, do I wrap it around one of the, I don't know what you call those pokey things, one of the stakes, or do I wrap it around the handle? So I decided to wrap it around the handle. And then I take what's left of the jute twine and make a hanger for it. So that worked out perfect. And then I think, oh, that's so pretty. I thought I was done, but I'm not done. So I go ahead and I tie a little shoestring bow, and then I get out my Sola wood flowers, and I think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna jump this up a notch. So this just sets it off with the darker tones in the other dried flowers, because those are, I don't know what they're called. They were my mom's, and I've got a crap ton of them. I just thought I would use them, and they're so pretty for fall. And then the white Sola flowers just sets it off. Okay, guys, today's a collaboration video. Here's your crown, Women Supporting Women. The host is Connie from Connie Creative Creations, and the co-host today is Megan from Painted and Destressed, and me, Tammie, from the Rusted Willow. And the challenge is to showcase a lady or ladies that have inspired you in crafting. So, or something that they've done on their channel that inspired you and that you want to recreate and you want to showcase them. And so that's what we're doing today. So make sure you hop on over to their channels, Connie's and Megan's, and also don't forget to check out the playlist down below. I will have everything linked in my description box. They are both very creative, and oh my goodness, I mean, I can't say enough about these ladies. They are amazing and supportive, and we are all supportive of each other, and we want to see each other do well and succeed, and I just love this crafting community. So now let's get back to DIYs. DIY number 2. So this project is inspired by Connie from Connie's Creative Creations. And if you hadn't seen what she paints, oh my goodness, she is an amazing painter. And after I saw her paint a picture, and it was not pumpkins, it was just a picture of a scenery of a well-known place, and I was like, oh my gosh, I miss painting so much. So these pumpkins, I have 2 of them, have been sitting under my desk for the last year, and I have not gotten to them. And so, like, when I first started out, they were very plain. I put a ugly little bow on the top, I wrapped the stem, done deal. I just painted it a color and put some polka dots and called it a day. Very, very plain, but we're going to jazz this up to more my style, and it's not going to be plain when I get done with it. So basically I put a base coat on, and I redid the polka dots in agave. The base coat is in Pumpkin by Waverly, made by Plaid. And then I used Waverly chalk paint in agave, also made by Plaid. And then I go back over it with a lighter color of agave. I mix some white paint in to add some little swirlies to the polka dots to give it a little bit more pizzazz. So then I use that lighter color along with some white, and I make it really, really light, and I'm going around the polka dots to showcase the polka dots. I want this to be really whimsical, but also look high-end, like something you would get from Kirkland's or Hobby Lobby, and just look really nice. This pumpkin form actually came from Hobby Lobby last year, or not last year, probably 2 years ago, because this has been sitting under my desk for a year. But they have these pumpkin shapes every year, and I believe I probably either got it 40 or 60% off. I don't know, because I never buy anything on regular price. It's always on sale. Okay, so now I take my black folk art paint, I think it's called ink, and I just go around the edge of the whole pumpkin just to give it an outline. And I love how this looks, man. It just punches it up, brings it up a whole nother level. Okay, now I am taking, there's a lot of steps to this, guys, so bear with me. Now I'm taking the antiquing wax, Waverly antiquing wax, and I am going around each of the polka dots and showcasing them. And bear with me, because when this is done, this is so stinking cute. Like, ugh, I can't believe I just painted it before and just put polka dots. Who does that? Anyway, okay, so I also take that same antiquing wax and I go around the entire edge over the black. It kind of mutes the black a little bit, but also adds some distressing around the edges. And I thought about putting like pumpkin lines on the pumpkin before, but I want this to be whimsical, and so I didn't do that. Okay, now I'm just taking my brush and I am speckling it with black, and I also do it with white. And I water down the paint really well, and I just use my finger and a stiff brush and splatter it all over. Okay, now I'm putting together a messy bow, and I just cut a whole bunch of ribbon, crisscrossed it. So I just add some raffia in the middle, and I use a cable tie to tighten the bow to make it really tight, because that's what gives it its fluff. And then I trim some of the wild pieces. I shake it and fluff it up. You can fluff on these bows forever. So now here I am trimming some of the wild pieces. And then I bring it together in my hand and trim all the way around just to make it even. And guys, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, you might as well. You're already halfway in. All right, so now I thought I was going to use some eucalyptus as the leaves, but we're going back to those leaves that I used in the first DIY. I actually use the same stem for all 3 projects that we're doing today. And I cannot wait to tell you about these leaves and how pretty they are and where I got them and how much I paid. Oh my goodness. But you'll have to wait for the next haul video coming out next week. All right, guys, now on to DIY number 3. I got these baskets at a thrift store. This DIY is inspired by Sherry at Canterbury Cottage and Barb at the Shabby Tree. I think they both did this project. Well, I'm pretty sure they both did this project. I know Sherry did it, and I know that I've seen Barb do it as well. So this does not match theirs. It's inspired by, but they used 2 baskets and they put them together. I think Barb's was a lot bigger at the Shabby Tree. But I found these baskets and I thought, you know what? This is going to make the perfect pumpkin. So I used my agave chalk paint by Waverly, and I gave these baskets 2 good coats. They were already spray painted white. And did I say I picked them up for $1.50? Anyway, if I didn't before, they were only $1.50. So this project literally cost me $3. Then I covered both these baskets with Waverly white wax, and I did it in sections. I brushed it on and then I wiped it off. I actually used the same brush that I painted them with. So I brushed it on and then I wiped it off. Okay, so here they are, both of them white waxed. Look how pretty that looks already. Oh my gosh, that color agave is gorgeous. I don't know why I don't use that more often. So now I am just gluing the baskets together, one on top of the other. And I know this is really tall, so it's really close to my camera. And I apologize for that. But now I am going over it with some dark wax to dirty it up and to make it look a little distressed. Oh my gosh, guys. This just makes it. Like, I cannot tell you how gorgeous these baskets look. I mean, these DIYs are so high-end. These are definitely something that you would see in a store. See in Michael's, see in the at-home store. I mean, you would see these anywhere. And do you see, like, when I rubbed off the antiquing wax, some of the paint came off and the white was showing through? I don't even care. I think that looks gorgeous. Like, after everything dried, it looked so amazing. Well, even before everything dried, I feel like they looked so amazing. So now I'm just trying to figure out which stem I want to use. And the stem I actually end up going with is that one right there. My husband had cut these off of a tree that he cut down the front yard. And so, look, it came off. So don't put wax where you want to put hot glue. Don't put wax where you want to put hot glue. Because guess what? It's not going to stick. However, I did not peel the glue off and I just put more hot glue and it stuck just fine. So I tied that raffia around the stem and I left it like that. And now I'm putting together a messy bow. I'm using the same bow that I used in the second DIY, and I'm using the same cable tie to tie it all together. This time, however, though, I am unraveling the jute string. I love how it looks. It reminds me of little tendrils on the pumpkins, and I just think that adds a little touch of flair to this project. And you can see where I went and unraveled all the jute. So gorgeous. Oh my goodness. And then I am going to add some leaves to this project and it is done. Guys, don't forget that this is a collaboration. I will leave the link to the playlist down below in the description box. And please hop over to Connie's channel, Connie's Creative Creations, and also Megan's channel, Painted and Distressed. And I will also leave their links down below in the description box as well. And if you have not hit that subscribe button, please do so. And please give this video a big thumbs up. If you liked any of the projects that I made today, please let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. And I hope that I inspired you to make something beautiful for your home. I just love how these projects all turned out, and I appreciate you so much for stopping by. So thank you, and I will see you in the next one. And if you like this video, here are some others that you might like as well.